Hello? Hello, hello? Thank you for that resub goal, 21 months. Man, I've been at this a while, huh? That's a lot of months. But yeah, today, for real this time, we'll actually beat Lost Judgment. Right, so we need to go to visit Ehara one last time, I think. I think that's why Sayori called, because his trial's soon. I don't remember. I just remember we finally beat Mario Party.
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Oh, hi Higashi, how you
She asked
doing?
me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san, you're just in time. I think we should conduct another interview with Ehara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to claim he's innocent of battery, then we need to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same time. But since the murder footage isn't admissible in court, we need something more substantial.
Right. The judge said they wouldn't allow they wouldn't allow internet videos of unknown origin in court.
Basically, we need new evidence. And that might mean something no one's seen or found yet.
So your plan is to meet with Ehara and just ask him?
I know it's a long shot, but yes.
I'd like to come help, but someone has
No.
to check Higashi-san's work.
Excuse me? If I have to be Hoshino-kun's lackey, I'm fucking out.
Understandable.
Address me as Hoshino-sensei.
Mouth on this kid.
Oh, shit out!
Ehara only seems to open up to you, Yagami-kun. So, if you talk to him again, do you think we'll find out something new this time?
I'll see what I can get out of him. Having another chat with him couldn't hurt.
Sounds good. Oh, and look after Saori for me, would you?
Sure, but Mafuyu, should you even be here? Won't the prosecution think you're double-crossing them?
What do you mean? I am just here to get dirt on the defense. Expect Prosecutor Takano to hear all about it.
Guess we better watch ourselves.
I still have some preparations to make. Yagami-san, why don't you go kill some time? I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. It shouldn't take long.
Sure thing.
I'm going to try and get in touch with Ehara's wife. Even though they're separated, Ehara may have shared details about Mikoshiba's murder with her. Oh, and Higashi-san will be there to help.
Cool, I guess.
I'll call you once I'm ready. This may be our last meeting with Ehara-san before the appeal. Make it count, Yagami-san.
Like, I don't know which way to take it. Is it that, like, Hoshino's finally starting to get a backbone, and that's why he was able to, like, you know, tease Higashi, despite Higashi, you know, still being very clearly Yakuza, despite not being in the Yakuza anymore? Or if it's a tell on how much of a pushover Higashi is, that even Hoshino is like, nah, I can bully you.
Ehara's status as either a sex offender or a murderer is the court's focus right now. Opinions split between who thinks the Mikoshiba murder footage is authentic and who doesn't.
Cool, thanks.
RK's still raising hell around the city. Bunch of ex-Tojo guys have been especially loud and proud. Just watch your back out there. Not that I don't think you can handle it.
Is that the closest thing to a compliment you've given me? Thanks, bud!
Don't forget how much pressure's on Saori right now. Ehara's trial has the police and prosecution on edge, so I'm sure it's a lot for Saori to handle by herself. But I'll do whatever I can on my end.
Thanks for the help, Mafuyu. Alright, cool. Phone call.
Sorry for keeping you, Yagami-san. We should head to the detention center. Where are you?
Like, not even 50 feet from the
I'll
front
take a
door.
cab and pick you up.
If you please. I'll be waiting.
Awesome. It's like, part of me is glad that they made the phone call waiting bits, like, take, like, not even 30 seconds. Because it's better for, like, faster gameplay. But it does make it really ridiculous that they're like, hey, can you go kill some time? And you're like, okay, sure. And then you move, like, 10 feet, and they're like, okay, we're ready. And it's like, what was even the point of making me wait? So yeah, I believe going here to the Tokyo Detention Center is the true point of no return. Because although the game hasn't warned us about the point of no return yet, and it will, after we come back from the detention center, you will not be able to go to Ijincho without activating the point of no return. So if there's anything in Ijincho you want to get done now, or you want to get done before then, you have to do it now. Because after you go to this detention center, as I just said, you cannot go to Ijincho without activating the finale, and you will have to wait until Premium Adventure. Luckily, we finished everything. Or at least everything I want to do.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage can't be used as evidence. I was hoping it'd be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you murdered Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery. And I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which
Thanks,
reminds me,
man.
you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison, right? Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for letting a murderer walk free.
Exactly. The public must know that the law can't be trusted. Personally, I hope the media hops all over it.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already?
Not a bad reaction from Ehara. Maybe there really is some hard evidence of Mikoshiba's murder.
Because we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence to take into the appeal.
That's why you geniuses came all the way out here.
Pretty please?
I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just handing it over.
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we don't know about?
What is it, Ahara-san?
Even if there was, you'll never get your hands on it. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
What kind of material evidence, if there even is any, could Ehara be hiding? He left a calling card on the body, kept part of the corpse. He still has the murder weapon.
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD said the weapon used to kill Mikoshiba still hadn't been found.
Yet it appears in the footage without a doubt as to what it is. A knife. If it wasn't found at the murder scene, it's highly likely the suspect or an accomplice took it with them.
Any normal criminal would have just ditched it somewhere. Except you're anything but normal. You got revenge for your son, and you want to publicly humiliate the law for letting you pull it off.
Your point?
If you were clear to the battery charges and confessed to Mikoshiba's murder without evidence, no one would buy it. You'd need something convincing. Busting out the weapon no one's found yet would do the trick. That one piece of evidence would flip the whole case on its head.
Well, look at you go. Then tell me, Where do you surmise I've hidden this weapon?
Well, right after killing Mikoshiba and Ijincho, you would have had to book it to Ikebukuro Station. But you had accomplices with you.
And if that's the case, there would have been plenty of time to hide the weapon.
Yeah, so that's about as far as I've thought this out.
That's it? Then I'm done here.
Kawana's vanished, Ahara-san. Public security found out about him.
Public security?
Kawana wanted me to tell you he won't make it to the end of your revenge plan.
So, I'm the last man standing, am I? Well, he's already helped me plenty. I never expected to see him again anyway.
At this point, he won't be able to outrun them. If public security catches him, he'll get much worse than an unfair trial. Burying him will be the least they do.
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Ahara-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Why do we
Yagami-san,
keep coming back here?
do you remember my original request to look into both the Ahara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? Ahara-san's trial. I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
You want me over Hoshino?
You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
Yeah, because you like to flex it.
Huh? You do?
Because you like to flex it! You don't like being a lawyer anymore, but you sure do like threatening people with, hey, I'm a lawyer. Kenta-san and the others are looking for Kawana and Ijincho. Is there anything left to do before I go back? Warning, things are going to get pretty intense from here on out, so if there's anything you still want to do in Kamurocho, now is the time. You may want to save the game too. Note that you're in it for the long haul, but you'll still be able to save along the way, but you may want to make a separate saves instead of overwriting anything prior to this point, because once you start the finale, there's no going back. Except technically the point of no return, as I said before, is before that detention center visit. Because see how it's make preparations and head to Ijincho? Going to Ijincho is what triggers the next bit. But yeah, let us go. Yeah, dun dun dun. I do love how, I think I say this every time, but I love how modern RGG games just outright tell you, hey, this is the point of no return.
Hello?
Doc, where you at right now?
Just got back to Yokohama, actually. You weren't spying on me, were you?
You just noticed? Everywhere you went, I know about it. And I mean everywhere.
Where are you right now?
Over at the Leomong's place. Hoshino-kun and Higashi are here too.
Oh, right.
Hoshino's in Liumeng
I'm to see Ahara's wife or something.
territory, but you know.
Will ya? I need a full report, and I don't want to hear you were slacking.
Well, look at you taking charge. Anything else, boss?
Yeah, don't drag your feet along the way.
I hope Zhao bullies him. Yeah, he deserves it. Here you go, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Thanks for the seashell? Don't look at me. Thank you. Help. Help. There we go. The gang's all here.
Looks like the gang.
God damn it!
Everyone but
I hate saying the same thing Yagami does.
That is next level ass kissing, Hoshino-kun.
A good ass kisser is a good communicator. Welcome back, Yagami-san.
Grab a seat, Tak. Nice. So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
And to replicate the first game.
See. Does that mean I don't need to be present for Ahara-san's appeal?
No,
Huh?
yes, absolutely. Get out of
How
here.
would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
If Yagami's there, I don't see why you gotta be.
Get bullied.
You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun. You still gonna have a job if you're redundant?
I have been plenty useful.
Have you?
At least a little.
Have you?
Should a lawyer really have to say that? This guy is kind of a rookie, huh?
Man, the gangster just put the lawyer on notice.
Is it better or worse than when I said the same things as
Oh, that's
Date?
all I
What?
got. Oh, you guys.
Somnium Files Date? I think Somnium Files Date is worse. Funnily enough, they're both Greg Chun, which is fun. Somnium Files Date is definitely worse. I want to shove that man in a blender. Just like put him in the microwave. Yagami I also want to bully, but it's like different. Better gather all the info everyone got in Nijincho and sort it out.
So where's Kuwana? Any word on where he's hiding?
Yeah, about that. We must have asked everyone in Ijincho, but we got nothing.
Figures.
RK's out there looking for him too. They seem to think I've still got him under watch.
On the flip side, that means they still haven't found him either.
Well, yes, although that's not much consolation.
You think Kuwana-san's still in one piece after the explosion?
He's after the One Piece?
Alive? Yes. Unharmed? I can't say. When I saw him, he was already making plans to disappear. But the real problem is what happens next. Now that he knows Reiko Kusamoto betrayed him, we don't know Kawana's next move.
I'd never let that slide if I were in his shoes. Maybe Kawana's thinking the same thing, you know? He spent all that time underground brooding and shit. Maybe he's really gonna stick it to Reiko Kusamoto.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Better gather all the info. Yeah, Hara's wife? How'd that go?
Higashi, you two met with Ahara's wife?
Yeah, but we didn't gain much from it.
Turns out Ahara and his old lady don't really keep in touch. After her son took his life 4 years back, she refused to keep living under the same roof. Only reason she hasn't divorced him is because it's too much of a pain to process.
She's been living in that same apartment even when Toshiro-kun was still alive. She let us light some incense on his altar, but she was pretty vacant the whole time.
Did Ahara's battery charge come up at all?
She said she didn't care.
She didn't care her husband was out there groping women and killing bullies? Has she even seen Mikoshiba's murder footage?
According to her, no.
Really? That's hard to believe.
Well, there's no easy way to put it, but it felt like she'd given up on everything.
Made for a pretty depressing trip, I'll tell you that.
Feel bad for her.
What's the word on RK coming down to Ijincho?
Everywhere you look, they're strutting around like they own the place. And they know our faces, too. They stare us down, but never get too close. It's fucking annoying.
Plus, they're acting like they're here to stay. They've been harassing the joints we have ties with.
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers, and dying dashing or complaining to mess with business.
What?
Then another guy will come in and be like, need protection? And suddenly they're charging a fee.
Oh.
That's some Yakuza shit right there.
Old shit, too. The Yakuza who pulls out today is out in one shot under the anti-gang laws.
And Soma? Is he still around town?
Nah, there's nothing on him. Even if he is, he probably went underground by now. And Soma isn't exactly a social butterfly like Akutsu. Finding him's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Especially if he has public security's help. Unless it's a life or death situation, I doubt he'll show his face.
That wraps it up.
That about wrap it up?
Seems so. As for me, I think I'll head out and see what I can find out about Kawana-san.
Same. I just hope he's okay.
Tsukumo-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive work.
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hoshino-kun.
Yeah, get his ass.
Belt in karate, and you never even use it.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho. Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
What about you, Doc? Want to call it a night? Tesso said he'll let us stay if you do.
No skin off my back, really.
So, what'll it be?
We'll stay the night.
Really stay the night. I'll take him up on that.
Thanks for the heal? No luck finding Kawana or Soma. Guess that means we're done in the Ijincho then?
Yagami, I think I'll stick with Aniki and tag along. Guess that means I'm helping you guys out. Couldn't live with myself.
Hell yeah.
Out now with a fish this big on the line.
Thanks, bud.
Get this, Doc. Tesso asked me to fly the drone. Says it's the first time he's seen this place from above.
Seriously, it's pretty legit. I'd pick one up for myself.
Children, all of you. Sir? Why did you back into me? What is your problem?
Hey, Yagami-san. You handle everything in Ijincho?
I think so?
Damn. Anything left to do? Hang on, let me save.
Okay. Hey, Yagami.
Let's go.
Really? Good, because Tsukumo-kun said he had something he wanted to show you. He's upstairs. You mind going to him? Tsukumo-kun, Yagami-san's here.
Something up?
Yes, it's about the pendant Kawana-san gave you. Turns out, it was just a decoy after all.
Decoy? For what?
for what was inside. This. The cracks in the pendant were hiding an SD card, and on it was some video data.
Video data? Of what exactly?
It's the footage of Ihara murdering Hiro Mikoshiba, just like we saw before. No additional scenes.
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him and everything. And all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape. Or in film, it'd be the negative. With no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So this SD card here is a special little thing. You can't usually buy it in stores. It's called a worm, or write once, read many. If you were to take a picture with a digital camera,
worm?
the images saved on this SD card couldn't be edited or deleted. It's what forensics teams use when photographing crime scenes. Which means what we have here is unaltered footage of Mikoshiba's murder.
That means it would qualify as evidence in Ihara's appeal.
Yeah, I'd say you have room to negotiate with the prosecution and the judge. At the very least, it beats an internet copy with no origin.
Hey, think this'll be enough to win the
Don't care you about it?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but it does explain why Kawana-san took such a risk. The video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he trusted.
So the murder footage is on a worm card. Does Kawana want me to use this in court?
Kawana asked me to give this to Ihara.
Sure, but he had to know we'd turn it inside out first. Maybe it's Kawana-san's way of entrusting you with the evidence you need? After all, with public security after him, he may not live to see tomorrow. And seeing how he's on the run, he had to find a way to get that into Ihara-san's hands. Which I think is why he left it all up to you, Yagamishi.
And it's settled. It's about time I expose everyone involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Ihara, Kawana, and his students. That's the first step to luring public security out in the open.
And I believe the SD card will make that possible.
So hey, looks like almost getting blown up was worth it.
Awesome.
I guess so.
Hello? Oh.
Hey, I'm sorry to bug you.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, Akane started hanging out with some shady guys. So I figured I should talk to Yagami-san about this.
Sounds like a tricky situation. Please, have a seat.
Akane's that girl you hung out with all the time, right?
She got along with Mikoshiba in the basketball club. She's a little cynical and she bullied Koda-san.
So, want to tell me more about these shady guys?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called. They've been flirting with her.
Okay. What else?
They got her so comfortable she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have. Stuff about you, Yagami-san.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's nothing I can't handle. But rolling with RK is bad news. She needs to stop. Their leaders are ex-Yakuza, you know.
I knew it. So they actually are dangerous then.
What's really going on?
They asked Akane which student you cared about the most.
What?
So she kinda blurted out Koda's name.
She did what?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be Amasawa?
Even Akane knew she messed up. So she called.
Shouldn't it be Amasawa?
Yagami-san.
I mean, I know they have to default to Koda in case you never did the school story stuff, but shouldn't it be Amasawa?
After Koda?
Or Itakura?
Try to get in touch with her?
Actually, I haven't been able to.
What about Akane?
Oh, right. Let me try and call.
Hello, Matsune?
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba-sensei was.
Huh?
I'm with RK. We're at the building where Mikoshiba-sensei's body was found.
Why?
Matsune, are you with Yagami already?
How do you know about that?
It's Yagami. Is Koda-san there too?
She is. Yagami-san! It's me, Koda! Please, help me!
This Yagami? Come on over and we'll play. You know the place, right?
Who is this?
Not important. Better hurry, or else Kodo-chan will have to entertain us. Know what I mean?
Hey! Stop it! No!
Don't! What the hell do you want?
Come down and find out. Oh, I'm sure this goes without saying, but if you go to the cops, these girls are as good as dead.
Do you guys even understand what you're doing right now?
Better hurry.
Great.
What's happening?
Matsune, you stay here. Tsukumo!
I'll contact Kaito-san and Higashi-san for help. And I'll fly my drone out to the scene, too.
Perfect. Counting on you.
Thanks, bud.
Let's go, Yagami-san. Hurry up, or I'm leaving without you.
I have to go where Mikoshiba's body was found. Koda-san and possibly Akane are being held hostage there. Well, this would be faster if I could skateboard. I guess I could taxi too, but too late, I'm running. Gotta go, gotta hurry. I'm going!
What's up?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. My drones just arrived at the scene. Koda-san and Akane-san are with some men. About 20 of them.
Where's Kaito-san and Higashi?
I've contacted them. They're on their way now.
Good.
Why is the street paint freaking out in the distance? Do you see that? And now it's normal. What the hell was that? New paint flickers at a distance. The perfect thing to blind and distract every driver out there.
It's Yagami!
Oh, it's this chuckle fuck again.
Talk. This where those RK guys are holed up? Is Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec. Tsukumo?
I've confirmed the enemy position, Yagamishi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded, so a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run. Would you care to hear my plan?
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come with all your little bodyguard buddies?
Not like you've got room to talk. How many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah. But we'll have to save the lecture for after all this is over. You'll be free soon. That goes for you too, Koda-san.
You so sure about that?
Why is Koda gagged, but Akane isn't?
Kidnap them to get to me? Well, here I am, so let's go.
We did lure you here. So we can beat your sorry ass to death.
Okay, then. So what was your plan? Throw all these guys at us as soon as we kick down the door?
We're smarter than that, you know.
Are you?
We knew you'd have some backup! Here comes! Let's take out the trash! Yagami! Hands where I can see them! And same for you two!
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
Huh? Shit! Up there!
The wicked shall be smited and retribution shall be swift!
Thanks, Tsukumo.
You're dead!
Come on. Did you really think one gun was enough to take out a crew like us?
Especially with your aim, bud? You're awful at this.
You're wrong.
You two sit tight a little longer. But just to warn you, I'm gonna go hard on these guys. You wanna see some asses kicked? Don't blink, okay?
What are you doing?
I want him down before the smoke clears.
Yeah.
Come on!
We're all a bunch of nerds here. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Step away from the window!
Let's go. Here we go.
Ow! Ow! Ow, my fingers! My finger! That's not who I thought I was attacking, but you know what? Sure. Alright!
We are ready to go!
Hey! Stop knocking me down! Can I have the speed boost, please? Thank you!
I shall assist you!
Thanks, Tsukumo!
Here we go!
There we go, God.
Here we go!
Buddy, can you stop hyper armoring?
Here we go!
I was dodging, what do you fucking mean? Can I leave this corner?
I shall assist you!
How are you stronger without a gun?
Thanks. You saved us. I'm so sorry.
No. I'm the one who got you into this. It's not your fault, it's RK's. But I'm next in line after them. Besides, I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
Coda, I'm really sorry. It's all right.
Is it?
Well,
you almost got killed.
I'm gonna head home.
Soma?
What? Who?
Akane, get back!
Huh?
Here all by yourself? What are you trying to pull?
Oh, I'm just here to talk. To be honest, Kuwano's put us in kind of a tight spot.
How so?
Well, he's got Kawai's body, Reiko Kusamoto's victim, hidden in a freezer, of all places. Been on ice for what, 5 years? You know about this, Yagami?
Yeah.
Problem is, he's planning to reveal its location on the internet. If that happens, Kusamoto-san will be ruined. No doubt her fingerprints and other traces are all over the damn corpse.
Yeah, but that's for the better. Means she won't have to listen to you.
Reiko Kusamoto is a capable woman who can swim with the tides. She's irreplaceable. It would be unfortunate to lose her over some lowlife she had to put down. She's on our side now, and she's accepted it.
So it's your duty to protect people like that?
I protect order, not people. Consider me a necessary evil.
Necessary evil?
That's right. If I hadn't gone undercover, the Tojo clan's ex-Yakuza would be spread all over by now. If that happened, we never would have been able to track their current activity. That's why I created the RK Network. To keep Kamurocho's underground under control. Much safer and less messy than wiping them out indiscriminately. But in the shadow of order, there's always a pair of dirty hands.
Right. Kuwana said something like that too.
But if there's one difference between the two of us, it's that I find my work enjoyable. It gives me purpose. When I dirty my hands, it's in the service of order. It goes back to a necessary evil to maintain peace in this country. In my eyes, peace does require violence. It only works when killers are below the surface, keeping it afloat.
Sawa-sensei too?
Because those are the words of a sane man.
Yoko Sawa? She did have to die. She almost connected the Mikoshiba case to Kuwana. She was getting very close to it. She may even have figured out Reiko Kusamoto was involved. The fewer people who know a secret, the better kept the secret stays. I don't remember even hesitating on that call. And I think that means... Well, you guys won't like hearing this, but it was justified.
You asshole!
Whoa, whoa. Don't fly off the handle now. I haven't finished what I had to say.
What the fuck?
Did I mention how much of a pain in the ass Kuwana made this? He negotiated for your lives, using Kawai's body as leverage over us.
What?
So relax, would you? I don't plan on killing you here.
Then why even show your sorry
Here?
face?
Is that the operative word?
Hara-san is coming up, right? You know, the groping thing. I've come here with a request that I hope you'll consider.
This from you?
Reiko Kusamoto's name is not to come up during the Ehara trial. That shouldn't be so hard, right? Shirosaki-sensei would have to agree to this too.
And if we were to refuse?
Nothing.
How did you get
Kusamoto-san's
past
request.
the filter, you
She's
dumb
asking
bot?
nice.
What?
A mother doesn't want her child branded a murderer's son. Could you give her that much?
What have you done? How did you do that?
And that's all. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
You think so, huh? Why put
I
off what we
can't-
can settle now?
Highlight the best because the pin message and reply to this message things are in the way.
Akane!
Akane-chan! Why?
Anyway, you get banned. Goodbye.
A paint gun. You okay?
Hey, that's still gonna hurt. Completely unarmored in the stomach?
That son of a...
Well, hell, that's gotta hurt. But a bruise sure beats the alternative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say you got us good with that one.
Yeah. But that was a terrible call. If Soma hadn't been packing a paint gun, that would have been really bad. You two are more important than him. I should have prioritized protecting you.
Yagami-san.
You've been brave. I'm sure this was really scary for you. We'll need to do things one step at a time, Kaito-san. We can't tackle it all at once. First thing, Ihara's groping appeal needs to become a murder trial that outs Kawana and his students. That way, if public security is our real enemy here, we'll have the prosecution and the courts on our side. That'll be on me. I'll reveal a truth no one can deny.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much your specialty. Send that asshole to jail for good.
You've got this, Yagami-san.
Whoa. This is crazy. Why is he so hot? Am I right?
Just a minute ago, she got shot. And now...
Akane, you good there?
Teenagers.
One month later.
Hello? Yeah, I'm getting ready now, Sari-san. Oversleep? I would never... Okay.
You sure you would never?
Alright, see you at the courthouse.
Oh no, she likes the loner bad boy types. Okay, time for Ihara's appeal trial. Better take a cab to the courthouse. But yeah, I can't believe the bots are now using, like, look-alike letters
Held
in
on
order to try to get
violation
past
of
filters.
Shinjuku
It's like,
Station's
what the
anti-nuisance
hell is their
ordinance.
problem?
Defendant of this appeal is active duty officer Akihiro Ihara. He was previously convicted and sentenced to 6 months. However, the defense wholly rejects the sexual battery charge and asserts his innocence.
The prosecution points to 2 pieces of evidence to prove the defendant guilty. One is the security camera footage from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku Station. The other is fiber traces from the victim's undergarments on the defendant's hand. The defense maintains this was not sufficient evidence to issue a guilty verdict. We have prepared counter-arguments to each piece of the prosecution's evidence.
How does the prosecution respond?
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate. That is all.
I'm always curious about, like, the audience in these trials, because it's like...
Then first,
are they, like,
let's
just open to
examine
the public?
security footage
Are you allowed to just, like,
from
walk in?
Shinjuku Station, submitted at the first trial. This is footage of Ikebukuro Station on October 7th at 7:43 a.m. The individual...
Because, like, I can understand why, like, Genda and Hoshino are in the audience, because they're part of the law office. That makes sense.
For over an hour, watching.
Especially in, like, the first game, why the hell were, like, Kaito and Higashi allowed to be in?
9:06 a.m. he locates.
At least I'm pretty sure they were.
Case, then he boards the train and pursues her. This footage of the station platform is from when the suspect and victim board the train car.
We already saw this during the first trial. Let's not be redundant.
Of course not. The victim claimed the defendant moved in a suspicious manner once the train left Ikebukuro Station, ultimately placing his hand under her skirt. After they arrived at Shinjuku Station 6 minutes later, the victim gathered her courage and grabbed his hand. However, there's a possibility the offender seen here is not the defendant himself, but a different person entirely, a stand-in. The goal was to disguise this event as an alibi for the murder which occurred in Yokohama that same morning. In other words, this instance of sexual battery was a conspiratorial fabrication. The original verdict was issued without taking this into consideration, resulting in an inadequate trial.
Looks like Sayori-san started the fire. Game has officially begun.
This is merely speculation. The defense has no proof to support these claims.
Precisely the issue.
Yes, there is indeed no definitive proof that confirms the existence of a stand-in. However, the notion itself cannot be disproved, even with all of the prosecution's evidence.
Would you care to elaborate, please?
Oh, is it
The
time for the
assailant
overhead again?
and was caught shortly after on the Shinjuku Station platform. Many nearby passengers filmed the scene, which then circulated.
Oh, there's fucking Hattori again!
The impact may have been
I didn't
great,
notice him before.
The defendant was an active duty officer. There's no mistake that the man apprehended at the platform was the defendant. Upon arrival, station police arrested him and immediately performed a trace element inspection. With that said, there's a very real possibility the offender who ran off the train was an entirely different person. We have the evidence to prove that.
We have two offenders dressed up like Ehara. What evidence shows that they swapped places after one of them ran? That is the overhead.
If you'll kindly look at this.
What is this? Displayed on the large monitor, please. Is that a diagram of Shinjuku Station?
That's correct, Your Honor. First, the victim and the offender ran onto the platform as soon as the train doors opened. The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route with an arrow. The lighter areas on the overhead view are within the security camera's line of sight. Objection! Faster to Shinjuku than anywhere on Earth in a single day. It's packed with security cameras. However, this arrow with the dotted line reveals the existence of a small blind spot. That's where the defendant and stand-in swapped places.
I see. So you claim this was their opportunity?
Yes. As such, I'd like to question the defendant once more over this evidence.
Oh, that's a fun emote. Whose is that?
Defendant, when you were issued the verdict in your first trial, you said the following to the judge. In a warehouse about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. If that wasn't enough, you correctly identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, despite the fact the police had yet to do so. How did you manage to pull off such a feat?
It came to me in a dream. Strange, I know.
Mikoshiba-san was your son Toshiro-kun's classmate, was he not?
That's right.
Toshiro Ehara was found dead in his apartment 4 years ago. He took his own life. Afterward, the defendant sued the school over Toshiro-kun's suicide.
Yes?
Ehara-san, can you tell us why you sued the school?
There were rumors my son had been bullied. Unfortunately, the court wasn't able to substantiate that claim.
And these rumors were discovered on the internet?
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Mikoshiba-san's name was among them. Were you aware of this?
I was.
Would you say you harbored murderous intent against Mikoshiba-san?
Objection. The defense's question is irrelevant. This case is to examine whether or not sexual battery took place. Also, the Kanagawa police are actively investigating Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. The courtroom is no place for baseless speculation.
His attorney would disagree with you on that.
The timing of the battery incident makes this case an alibi for Mikoshiba-san's murder. We believe there's a very relevant connection.
Very well. The prosecution's objection is overruled.
And please keep it brief.
Just as soon as the defendant answers the question. Did you harbor murderous intent for Hiro Mikoshiba?
Of course I did.
In other words, Your Honor, it goes like this. On the day Toshiro-kun's bully, Mikoshiba-san, was killed, the defendant set out to synchronize the murder with sexual battery. It became his alibi for the murder, and the prosecution and the court all but approved it. A 6-month sentence for sexual battery and getting away with murder. That's all the motivation the defendant needed to fabricate this elaborate scheme. His stand-in groped his accomplice, and then they swapped places before getting
Also, hey, Akashi, I don't think I said hi.
It's all entirely possible.
Then the defense should present some evidence to prove it.
Wrong. That's not how this works, is it? The prosecution bears the burden of proof in criminal cases. If we go through all the evidence and discover the possibility no groping took place, then it's on the prosecution to refute that.
Fine.
Again, I feel like that's a jab to Ace Attorney, because Ace Attorney puts everything on the defense.
Blind spot is flimsy at best. While the defendant was running, his female victim was chasing after him. Surely the victim would have seen if he had switched places with a stand-in. Yet the victim provided no such testimony.
The victim, Yui Mamiya, was an accomplice in the scheme.
Objection! This is an insult to the victim. Such claims harm the integrity of all women.
What do I do? I can't back down now, but how do I prove Mamiya wasn't a victim, but part of a conspiracy? Lacks a liar, lacks proper skepticism. My apologies, let me retract that. Doubt credibility, I guess?
We have good reason to doubt the victim's credibility. She was all part of his plan. In fact, that's all but sure.
A 50-something man separated from his wife was driven by loneliness to harassment. That seems much more likely.
The way you phrase that. Is the prosecution admitting the defense's claims aren't wholly impossible?
Beg pardon?
That would imply the guilty verdict from the first trial was issued without 100% certainty.
Now you're just nitpicking.
Defense, if you claim to doubt the victim, then what is your reasoning?
Yes, we do. In actuality, she wasn't the only conspirator who helped stage the groping. The bystander who captured the defendant, the witness who recorded the incident on his smartphone. Both men, in conjunction with the victim, were classmates from the same high school. Which means, strange as it sounds, that these seemingly unrelated individuals were in fact all acquaintances. It's
I like how they
clear that
paused
this
on the
was
guy
a
who tripped
carefully
Ehara
organized
as if we're
plan
supposed to recognize that NPC and not that that's
Our
just a
investigation
generic
is
NPC
that they
face.
all graduated from Kurokawa Academy in Tokyo 13 years ago. Additionally,
Because it's not like a Kaike or
the
anyone.
teacher who was killed in Ijincho graduated from the same class. 4 years ago, she was the teacher of the defendant's son, Toshiro-kun. We believe this indicates a connection between the Kurokawa Academy graduates and this case.
Of course, that's as deep as we need to go on that. We've simply presented the possibility that multiple conspirators were present when the defendant was apprehended. And as long as such a possibility exists, the defense asserts the defendant cannot be found guilty.
Your Honor, may I speak?
What is it?
I haven't committed murder. Per my conviction, I am just a pervert who victimized a woman on the train. Everything else is in the defense's imagination.
Imagination, huh? Then I guess it's time.
Defendant, why did you agree to this appeal then?
You can ask my lawyers that. I simply didn't stop them.
How does the defense respond?
It's just as the defendant says. However, we believe his recollection may be a bit fuzzy. To refresh his memory, I'd like him to take a look at some footage. Will you permit this, Your Honor?
Now what?
But please, don't display this on the large monitor. We shouldn't shock the public. It's footage of a murder.
Excuse me, wasn't that denied as evidence?
As I said, this is solely to refresh your memory. It's up to the judge whether or not we show it.
Please proceed.
That's just internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once, read many card, also known as a worm. The police use it to photograph evidence. Anything recorded on it is highly reliable data. After serving your
My only
time,
thing is like, okay, I
you
don't
intended to
quite
release
know
this
how
to the
worm
public.
cards work. Couldn't you like
But Koana can't wait for
download
that to happen.
the video from like
And that's why
YouTube
you
or
left
whatever it's on? Shove that SD card in your computer, put the video file on the SD card, and then eject it. And hey, congrats, it's been written once, now can be read many times.
I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Be part of its quality of the video, I guess?
Defendant, in that footage, is the person in the white raincoat you?
You could say it looks like me.
The person you killed is Hiro Mikoshiba. According to the autopsy report, he died sometime after 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. Therefore, it can only be that the person who passed through the ticket gate shortly after at 7:43 a.m. was not you, but your stand-in.
Because the video uploaded to YouTube is compressed. There's
As
some
the
metadata
defense,
thing
we
IT
cannot
guys can
allow our
decipher it.
client's
Alright, yeah, that's
conviction of
also
sexual battery
true.
to stand in light of this footage. May we continue questioning the defendant?
How does the prosecution respond?
Even if the footage has an irrefutable source, that alone does not prove guilt of murder. I'd just like to state that in advance.
So the prosecution is denying the murder? Remind me who exactly is defending me here?
Good question.
The defense repeatedly mentions a stand-in, but where is this person currently? Who even are they? The person on the station's security footage was wearing sunglasses, but he looked just like the defendant.
We believe he used a mask made from a 3D printer. If you look closely, the alleged defendant at Ikebukuro Station and on the train does not move his mouth at all.
Okay, so that is an intentional
From
thing.
sources who may have been the stand-in and the collaborators.
Then we should call them to the stand to testify.
No need. The defendant should know all of this already.
I don't know anything about
Because I had pointed it out earlier when we learned
said he
about the
doesn't know.
mask.
So what now? The defendant admitted to sexual battery, not murder. The murder footage has excellent production value, but nothing else corroborates the defense's claims.
Your Honor, I would like to request further witness testimony from the victim.
Denied. Both the defendant and the victim certified the validity of the battery, leaving no room for discrepancies. It would be unprecedented for a victim to testify further in this situation.
By that logic, there's no precedent for using battery as an alibi for murder either.
I will admit there is a possibility, but not enough to justify subjecting the victim to further distress in court. I must once again deny the request.
But...
Defense, I've made myself clear.
Your Honor, Following the defendant's last statement, we have a few more questions.
Understood. Please proceed.
What's next?
Can't let Ihara keep playing dumb. There's gotta be something I can do. Still have pride as a police officer. Why is that even a thing? Yeah, this is the Phoenix holding his head moment. Yeah, and this is very simple, like the following moment where he's like, time to bluff my way out of this.
Ihara-san, you're familiar with Jin Kuwana, aren't you? He's a handyman in Ijincho.
Nope, never heard of him.
On October 7th, Kuwana disguised himself as you and boarded a train in Ikebukuro bound for Shinjuku Station. He was the stand-in for the sexual battery mentioned earlier.
Your Honor, no evidence has been submitted to verify that statement. The name Kuwana was not present on any documentation, nor was the prosecution notified.
Kuwana is the very person who encouraged the defendant to murder Mikoshiba-san.
Defense. As the prosecution has stated, no one by the name of Kuwana is known to the court. We've not even confirmed if he exists. Please refrain from this line of questioning.
But, Your Honor, Kuwana is a key factor in the defense.
Can we maybe use his real name? Would that help?
Him, Ihara-san never would have killed Mikoshiba, and we wouldn't be in this courtroom. Am I getting through to you?
I don't know a Kuwana.
No, you definitely do. Kawana's the one who fanned the flames of vengeance. You do well to remember that.
We can prove Ihara and Kuwana are connected by pointing to the motive to murder Mikoshiba. I guess the phone call? Because again, this game likes to repeat the same plot beats as the first game, and in the first game you get saved by a phone call. Hey, we're being saved by a phone call again.
Take a listen to this.
What is it?
It wasn't just some random internet post that made you decide to kill Mikoshiba-san, was it? Even while battling the school in court, you still didn't know for sure who pushed Toshiro-kun to his death. That's when Kuwana came to you with this recording, right?
Hmm? That's... Why do you...
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face.
That's the voice of Yoko Sawa, the teacher Toshiro-kun confided in about being bullied 4 years ago. It was recorded in secret and played for the defendant by Kuwana.
He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. Believe me, I never wanted to do that. They said there was no hope, that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever.
After hearing this, the defendant came to believe Mikoshiba-san's unchecked aggression toward Toshiro was the driving force behind his son's tragic suicide. And ultimately, this became his motivation for murdering Mikoshiba-san and staging his elaborate cover-up. Isn't that right, Ihara-san? Is it coming back to you yet?
Afraid not.
I see.
Then, is that all? Can the defense please get back on track?
This recording only came into my hands by means of Kuwana. Except, thinking about it now, much like the murder footage, that would qualify as an unreliable source, wouldn't it?
What?
We live in an age where audio and video footage can be fabricated and easily reproduced.
Oh, we sure do!
What are you getting at?
Sawa-sensei, the one speaking in the recording, was murdered only days ago. And the one who recorded it, Kuwana, disappeared without a trace. Meaning that as far as this recording is concerned, no one is left who can prove that it's authentic to the court.
Except for you, Ihara. You know damn well everything in this recording is true.
Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say You're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
This has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Is this not coercion?
Okay. Then tell me why.
Isn't this bad?
Because Mikoshiba was...
I don't think this is allowed in court.
That's the proof of my son's pain. The proof that everyone ignored. That recording is all I have left of him! I took the school to court because Toshiro deserved justice. But all they could say is that the cause of his suicide couldn't be
Because we're essentially blackmailing him.
In the end, not a single person was held responsible. No proof, no justice. My son was hung out to dry.
Yes. That's all true.
All of you. You're all so incompetent. You see yourselves as these paragons of law and justice, yet the truth slips right through your fingers. And then, my alibi made you a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you. Toshiro threw his life away and justice was blind to his pain. Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why. That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
This is coming in hot. Remember that pervert cop? Turns out he's actually a murderer.
To recap,
I love how Hattori doesn't say a
Hiro
single
Mikoshiba
fucking
Nijinchi,
word in this.
then headed to
He's
Kinkaku
just there.
Station, where you and Kawana pulled off a switch. And there you were ultimately arrested as a groper.
Yeah. That's right.
Defendant, you bear animosity for the whole system. We can't just take your words at face value. If you're responsible for Mikoshiba-san's murder, can you bring forward any evidence, or just the murder footage?
To tell you the truth, I have something that I was holding on to for the impact that it would have. It's very real evidence that the law has failed us.
What have you been hiding then? Will it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
Yes.
Then what is it?
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. In it, you'll find the weapon I used for the crime, the knife I murdered him with. It still has Mikoshiba's blood on it.
Wait a minute, Genda-sensei. I prayed at that altar.
I love that twist.
I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well then.
I love because that's so fucked up. It's genius, but it's fucked up.
Defense. Will there be anything further?
No matter how justified, vengeance is not something we can ever take into our own hands. That said, in the case of Ahara-san, our system failed him. We know the law strives to be just, but it failed to prove Toshiro-kun was bullied. That's not justice. Not when no one is held responsible. The law, as well as those who enforce it, are far from perfect. So to the court, I say let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings should be adjourned. At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered, we can resume the trial. I'm willing to do that via a special exception. Defense, prosecution, is that clear?
No objections.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Japanese court trials are jokes already. They can afford some pressure on people, I guess. Kangaroo court ass.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ehara residence. They've recovered the knife. I'm ashamed to admit that I was so blind to his scheme.
Well then, that makes two of us.
Seems I underestimated you. And the worst part of all, I was arrogant. Legal authority and organizational connections should never be held above the pursuit of truth. I'm glad you were able to make me see that again. Thank you.
Nah.
You've come a long way.
Genda-sensei.
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way, not even his own boss. And he only bows once in a blue moon, so I hope you remember this.
Typical Genda law. I'm never going to like you.
You two really pulled it off. Great job.
Yagami-san.
It's Kusumoto, the Vice Minister.
Bondo.
He's from public security?
Right.
You handled that with such grace, Yagami-sensei. It's no wonder Kuwana holds you in such high regard.
What brings you here?
Yagami-sensei, would you mind if we talked alone?
Why, though? Something we can't hear?
The more you know, the more you risk. You'd be endangering your own lives. If you're willing to accept that, feel free to stay.
We'll clear the room. At this point, we'd just be getting in Yagami-san's way.
Surely nothing bad's
It
gonna
was
happen,
nearly a
right?
month ago that Kusumoto-san received a letter from Kuwana. Though we were unable to use it to trace him.
What did it say?
Soma told you, didn't he? Kuwana hid Shinya Kawai's body, seeing as Kusumoto-san's fingerprints and other traces were still on it. If that surfaces, the Ministry of Health will have yet another massive scandal on its hands. As such, we'd like to recover and dispose of the body as quickly as possible. Perhaps we'll need to melt it down.
The body was originally preserved to maintain control over Mitsuru's bullies. I never imagined it would be used against me someday.
Fine, but why are you telling me this?
Because of the letter he sent. Once Ehara-san's trial is over, he wanted to talk to you. Using my phone.
Huh?
I take it your
Is that
phone's still
Kuwana?
bugged? Why can nobody answer their goddamn phones?
Kusumoto-san, is Yagami there? Put me on speaker, please.
Go ahead.
So, it seems Ehara-san's trial was a big success. He took our failing legal system and turned it on its head. Couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know what you're thinking, but public security has to be tracing this call. You have a plan?
Nope, not this time. That's why I'm using my own phone. And that's just the way I want it. Can't run forever, you know.
What the hell are you saying? They catch you, you're a dead man.
That's exactly why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san.
Yes.
I'll be upfront with you. I never imagined the day would come that you would be the one to betray me. But if I had to guess, Mitsuru-kun must have woke up. If that's the case, then Kawai's murder, your whole past, you're not the only one it stands to ruin. If all that comes into the light, Mitsuru-kun will be labeled the son of a murderer.
Exactly. I can't let that... That's the one thing I need to prevent.
I know. That's good. That's exactly what you should be doing. So please, don't stop now on my behalf. Enough is enough. You and your son have been through enough hell. I want to protect Mitsuru-kun too. Almost as much as his mother.
Where is Kawai's body? Tell me.
I can only assume this call is being traced, so even as we speak, I'm standing somewhere very close to it.
You gave us the location. I'm going to dispatch Soma.
Kawana! Where are you?
I'm in Injincho. If I take even one step out of this city, I'd be powerless. I've got nowhere else left to go.
Kawana! After they find Kawai's body and Kawana is taken care of, I'm next on the list. Bando can act at his own discretion. If he wants me gone, he'll be able to silence anyone who could know too much. Sawa-sensei was just the first victim. You yourself have sealed this fate, you know. Will you tell him? Will you tell Mitsuru-kun about Sawa-sensei?
Surely you know it wasn't my fault. Sawa-san's death was a tragedy. I never imagined that would happen.
What about Kawana? Can you imagine how his death is gonna play out in a few hours? I can, but I'm not gonna let him go down without a fight. Which means, I'm going to Ijincho.
I can talk some sense into Bando. I won't allow him to kill indiscriminately. So please, don't go out there to
Can you though?
That's how it works. No promises. Tsukumo, Kawana's still out in Ijincho. Soma and RK are heading there too. We need to get to him fast.
Wait, are you sure about that?
You should be able to pick up some chatter. Pinpoint the location. I'm on my way. I'll talk to you soon.
And once again, we are trying to go save the big bad. Because there's bigger bads out to kill them.
Tsukumo?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe and sound.
What's happening? Is RK on the move?
Oh yes. A picture began circulating on the internet not long ago. It was likely Kawana's son.
These people are vanishing and reappearing.
Hang on.
Cutscene deletion field activate. Go.
Is this Shinya Kawai? That's his body.
Indeed it is. I data mined the image and found out it was taken just minutes ago. I also have the location. It's a warehouse company on Yokohama's coast. And Kawana's uncle came up as the proprietor.
You mean Siren's owner?
Kawana's relative was an ex-Yakuza. Maybe his warehouse is the perfect place to hide a body.
Send me the warehouse's address.
Actually, Sugihiroshi's driving there with Kaito-san and Higashi-san right now. If you want to ride, take Isizaki Road and head to Tsurukame Highway.
Can't count how many times you've come through for me, Tsukumo.
Just trying to return them many favors, Yagamishi.
Word of advice. From here to the end, the battles will be intense. If that sounds like it may be a problem, it might be a good idea to stock up on some items. Now we're going. Because I'm full, right? I'm at full health again?
Over here.
Yes, I am aware, Kaito. Thank you. Well, I'm probably at full because my screen isn't dimmed red.
These RK assholes are like bananas. They only come in bunches.
Thanks, man.
I take it they don't want us getting to Kuwana-san?
Guess they were expecting us. Sure are making a big show of it.
What are those people doing? Oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Should we call the cops?
Yeah, just maybe leave.
Kaito-san, we're running out of time. Let's wrap this up quick.
Yeah. Can't you see we're in a hurry? Quit stalling and come get some.
Well, you fools are standing next to a bike. And there's a lot of you. More? Why this? Was that somebody with a gun? No, okay. It was somebody with a knife, thank God. I was like, who has a gun? What? What? Will you go down? How many of you are there? Go, go, go! Run, Po, help! Higashi, let's go! Yeah! Alright, just big boy time. What the fuck? Okay. Because Kaito was in the way, I wasn't allowed to dodge it. I guess. Yeah, Kaito, get your big butt out of the way!
You four, freeze!
No?
Somehow they never show up when you need them. But they're right there when it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Why are there so many of you?
Think this bunch is with public security?
I'm not sure. Either way, we don't have time to deal with them.
Hey! Relax, fellas. I can vouch for these guys.
Thank you!
The lid came off the Mikoshiba case. We can investigate the connection to Ehara. But what the hell are you guys doing here?
Kuwana's in a tight spot, actually. Can I count on you? Will the cops help?
What do you mean by a tight spot?
Take a step back, please. These men are gonna be under our jurisdiction. This has to wait. We're dealing with a matter of life and death here. Be quiet!
Hey, I told you I could vouch for these guys. Why don't we all just chill out and let them explain what they're doing?
Hey, what the hell? I suggest you stay out of this. Okay, name and department. Our orders are coming from way higher up the chain than yours, sir. So again, stay out of this. There's nothing stopping me from arresting a detective. Or do you want to try me?
And do your orders include going around belting us with your batons?
We're about to have a problem here, aren't we?
All four of you, put your hands up and face the car. I said, move!
Oh, damn! It's Yagami-san! What brings you all the way out here?
Matsu? Akane?
Hey! Stop that!
Whoa! Back off, dude!
Hey, check it out! These goddamn cops, they're jacking my friend's food because they're shady as fuck! I'm no...
Look at these shitty teenagers being useful for once.
Nice. Sugiura, start the car.
Okay.
Hey! Kirby cop! There's a cop here and he's creeping on me!
Those dudes aren't even half bad.
Let's roll!
Yeah, if you're gonna be shitty teenagers, be shitty teenagers to the cops.
Tesso.
Thanks, Tesso.
Looks like everybody's on our side. Except RK and the cops.
Great. Kawana's gonna be waiting for us.
I'm on it. Going as fast as I can.
Tsukumo, we're just about at the place. You got a visual?
Yeah, the view's great from up here.
What is the range on your drone?
It looks like
Tsukumo, Jesus.
the whole building.
And Soma?
I can't confirm his location, unfortunately. Kawana-san either.
Okay. So give me a number here. How many RK we got?
I'd say about 100.
100?
It's a massive warehouse, so they need all the manpower they can get. They seem to have fanned out to search for Kawai's body. The good news is there's no indication they found it yet.
Tsukumo-kun, got any bright ideas for where I should park this thing?
I'm afraid it won't matter too much. The enemy already knows you're en route. You'll have a welcoming party no matter where you decide to enter from.
That works. Just means we get to show up and beat down the front door.
Are you guys ready?
Hey, anyone else getting some good deja vu from kicking a bunch of asses in a downpour?
I'm pretty pumped, actually. It's reminding me I'm alive, you know?
Come on, man. Are you that bored back in Kamurocho?
Let's go!
Let's go, boys! Welcome to one of my favorite songs in this game! Final Destination, a remix of Destination from the first game! It's so good! Oh yeah, you know when Tsukumo said, hey, there's about 100 guys, be careful? You do actually have to fight about 100 guys here before you are allowed to move on. It is kind of crazy. Yeah, and every now and then there are bigger dudes, guys with more health bars. It's just kind of a mess. Oh, my speed boost! Alright, cool. I guess we're doing a move with Kaito. Didn't even mean to. That was an accident. I want my speed boost back, please. There we go, thank you. All right, if you want this too. Yeah, there's not really a lot to say other than just go for it. And yeah, there's way too many guys. Eventually, your boys will get knocked down. They will regen their health eventually. Just keep at it. Who the fuck hit me and got me the damage down? How dare you do this to me? Alright, that is Yagi. Cool. I was like, who did I just attack? I have no clue. I love RGG continues this tradition from Shenmue. What, just fight a bunch of dudes? You know what? Fine, you get it too! Everyone's getting it! Thank you for the dodge boost, the speed up. Alright, is it just you? And you have a gun. That's scary. Hi. Oh god, my health. Oh god, my health. Oh god, my health. We're fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's all fine. What the fuck? Am I out of dog food? I might be out of dog food. Can you fucking stop? I don't want to use up my good healing items yet. Can you boys slap him or something? He has no health. See, this wouldn't happen if this was OG Judgment. They would have killed him for me. What are you idiots doing? I think the only reason why I saved that is because I was an EX boost.
Hey, we've got company. Guess the watch isn't doing their job.
What are they so mad about? Not like they're supposed to be here either.
Yeah, they're just ransacking the place. This is all to find Kawhi's body.
Well, if there's a bright side to any of this, It looks like they still haven't found it. Or Kuwana.
That's it. Break time, fellas! Let's kill these fuckers! Come on, here we
Come on, I want my speed boost! Thank you! Yeah, if there's anything I wish I had done, it was stock up on dog food. Because then I could summon Rampo a bit more. I didn't mean to use that, but okay. My dagger. Or baton, whatever. I could have sworn that man was holding a dagger, but okay.
That all you got? Cause I can go all day!
Never seen this number.
Huh?
It's Kuwana. I assume you're here? Then all the players have assembled.
I mean, you're here too? Where are you? What is all this?
Put simply, a trap for Soma, using Kawai's body as bait. You must have known he'd show up too.
So everything from calling Reiko Kusumoto to this, it was all to corner Soma?
Yeah. I'm gonna drag him kicking and screaming into the light. He only gets away with his shit because he does it in the shadows, and his friends at public security just watch. If I expose them, Kusumoto-san can lead a happy life.
You know she sold you out, right?
Look, that doesn't matter. This is the only shot we have at Soma. Alone, I could probably kill him, but there's no way I can take him in alive.
If you wanted help, you could have just asked.
To deceive your enemies, start with your allies. And besides, if you didn't come, I had a plan B. Listen, I'm in the deepest part of the warehouse, far down as you can go, and Soma's closing in.
And we'll just have to get there first.
Oh, man. What kind of plan B could he have when he's got 100 guys surrounding him?
I sure would have liked to see that.
Oh boy, let's go.
Down below too.
Probably right.
Huh?
Ah, God, more guys.
The hell were the guys up there even doing? Come on, let's...
You know, the fewer of them there are, the more scared I am, because it means they're stronger. I hope you like this heat action. We're going to see it so much. What that toughness is, thank you. Hi, dude. Thank you to whoever knocked that guy my way.
Stay down.
Yo, hey, it's those things in PE class. Yeah. I mean, it's not those, but you know. It's close enough. I loved when we were allowed to play with those weird, like, little scooter board things. Yeah, time to run over someone's fingers, aka our own.
Maybe they barred it from the other side.
Hey, what's the plan?
Let's see if we can find another way.
Oh boy. Discover an alternate thing. Iron pallets. It's a pretty solid stack. Climbing up's probably the best call. If that's the case, then...
Suspicious.
I can climb up from here.
Hey.
Should I ram the door with this? Don't have the key. A lot of cargo stacked up pretty high. Might be hiding a way through. Yeah, Yagami's not forklift certified. Do those drums contain different things? I can feel wind coming from where that drum is. Vents, maybe? There's a space it can get through. Should be able to go through from there. Yes, we are aware. Thank you.
Hey guys.
Oh, you spot a way through?
Yeah, let me see if it'll work. You guys keep watch in case anyone's tailing us.
Gotcha. You can leave that to us. Be quick, but keep it cool, Tog.
Nobody wants to come up here with me? Come on, Sugiura could do this in his sleep. Why was there a QTE for that? I've fallen from further heights.
Here we go. All right, you made it. Now let's hightail it to Kuwana. Let's roll, Tom.
That door looks like it leads ahead.
It's locked. Let me see if I can pick it.
Yeah, I know how to lockpick, thank you.
Almost there. Perfect.
You're the man, Yagami-san.
Hell yeah, I am. Let's go. Or not, more cutscenes.
Hey! Hold her right there!
God damn. How many of these guys are there?
Tak! Sugiura! Higashi and I'll keep them busy. You guys go on ahead.
Counting on both you guys.
Aw, with the way that barrel was knocked over next to Kaito, I thought he was gonna pull like a Donkey Kong and like pick up the barrel and like throw it at them.
Another pile of shit. Well, Yagami-san, I guess we can handle this. No RK around here. Yagami-san, find a way to follow me from where you're at.
Why am I not allowed to do what you do? tar in her. Not that I know what my heat is at. Okay, it's full. Where are we going? This way. God, are we going back down? God, what is this place? This place sucks.
Still more of them.
Don't think I can hide from them. Guess I'll have to fight. Hey boys, what's up? What the fuck? That kills the person, Yagami! That kills the person! Why are you allowed to dodge like that? That's not fair. I love blocking and it not doing anything.
Yagami-san! I'm a little tied up over here myself. Go on ahead, yeah?
Hey, you alright?
Think so. In better shape than Kuwana-san, at least. Now hurry up, Yagami-san!
Damn it. You better be right behind me.
You know I will!
But... Yeah, I was like, where's that other energy drink? I saw it. Oh, it's just a power in there. Okay. Where are we going? Here? I think. Damn it, dead end. Now how do I keep moving forward?
What the?
Don't have the key for the forklift.
Hey.
If I use this and climb along those pipes, I might be able to get on top of that pallet. Yeah, unfortunately, Yagami is not forklift certified and therefore cannot drive these. Thing's pretty sturdy, even with all those drums stacked on it.
What the?
Gap between the orange drums. If I can just get in there, I think there's a spot I can climb onto. Come on. Okay, you want me to go this way? Fine. Why did I have to climb up the thing and not just jump up from here? Also, why is there a beehive in here? And then we shimmy shimmy. Don't want to alert the guards. Luckily, Yagami's got no cake, so we don't have to worry about that alerting them. Yeah, because this isn't nerve-wracking. Not at all, it's fine. Thank God nobody ever looks up. Where are we going? Oh, over here. Okay, we made it? Yes, good. Fake doors. Wait, what's through here? Resistance pants! Do I have those? Yeah, we got super shiny pants. Okay, I did not grab that the first time I played. Oh yeah, because I'm using that because the attack and defense up. Is there anything else? Attack and defense booster 1, that's the same thing basically. That's more attack. Not really. Wait, no, the energy drink!
I don't stop. Gotta think.
Need a lift? Nice job clearing the path. Because of that, I found this.
Higashi, however, is forklift certified apparently.
This ought to be good.
He looks like a man who would be forklift certified.
What do you clowns think you're doing? Your asses are dead!
I mean, you're not wrong is the thing. Where did you guys get those barrels? Kuroda! Kuroda, how dare you? How could you? before joining the Yakuza, Higashi was a legendary forklifter in a shady warehouse. Yo, this barrel is glued to this, man. Yeah, no, I'm out of dog food now! Stay the fuck away from me, sir. Energy drink? Can you fucking leave me alone, sir? What the fuck? You saved this man from his glued barrel. He should be glad. I know, right? Do you know how hard it would be to live everyday life with this barrel glued to your hand, sir? You should be thanking me. Yes, hello, sir. I just want this energy drink. Thank you.
Really, guys?
I'm surprised Yagami didn't drop it. Oh, there we go.
Let's roll then.
Alright, are there any other energy drinks around here? Stamina next.
Another elevator. Might take us straight down to the bottom. Kuwana-san and Soma are probably there too.
Let's go!
Yeah, let's go.
Damn it. Why is this taking so long? Find Kawai's body, and Kuwana will show up. Faster you go, faster we get out of here. This air is unbearable.
Sir, do you think Kawana's still around? We already tore this place up. Couldn't he have bailed?
Well, he didn't get out with Kawai's body. No cars have gotten in or out of here since we showed up. Just find the body. We can deal with Kuwana later.
Soma-san! Come check it out. Kawai's body. Sir, I think we found it.
Isn't this the guy from the Tommy room?
You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Yo, how we doing?
Sir, I'm the one who found him. We were just about to pull him out. Ugh, he's so fucking nasty.
Well, yeah, it's a corpse.
Good. Get this thing out of here. I've got a buyer ready to pay quite a premium.
A what?
Good job, everyone.
What's the bite? Okay.
It's Kuwana. You thought you could hide? Show yourself. Don't you want to try to negotiate?
You call this a negotiation? You don't bring a gun to a ceasefire.
You've led us on a hell of a wild chase, Soma.
You just shot your own guy!
Well then, how many mice do we have in the maze? One appears. The weakest dies first.
Hey, how dare you!
That fucking
I'm gonna fucking kick this little wimp's ass!
You calling me a wimp, asshole?
Out of my fucking way!
You made it out alive, Yagami.
So, is all this playing out exactly as you planned?
If we can catch this murderer here and put him in chains, then I'd say we're off to a good start.
That's hypocritical, isn't it? You say I'm a killer? What's your body count up to?
I'm just a former Japanese teacher. Sounds to me like you've got it all wrong.
Well, doesn't that figure? The only teacher I ever hated was in my high school Japanese class.
Soma. I don't know if I've ever met a more twisted piece of shit. Undercover agent or whatever. You've crossed the line without giving a damn.
Undercover agent? My men don't need to hear this shit.
Sawa-sensei died at your hands. You deserve what's coming.
I'm afraid that's what you say when you have the upper hand.
Guys, turn it on. Now it's time to give them hell.
Okay.
They're going down!
Oh, yeah!
Let's go, Soma!
Let's get this over with.
You and all your goons. Boy, it would be so nice if those attacks hit. Not. Soma, I'm not even going after you. Or at least I'm trying not to, but the game keeps auto-locking me onto him, despite him being like 10 feet away and 10 guys in between us. Come here. Soma! Soma, wait your turn! Soma, please wait your turn. You will have it eventually. He's being really impatient, isn't he? Okay, now I actually kind of want to log on to him, but I can't. It won't let me. The Odin actually kind of heals for a bit. What the hell? I don't think I ever realized that was a heat action you can do to get a buddy back up faster. trying to attack you, Kaito, I promise. There's just so many guys. Okay, Selma, you wanna fucking go? I would love to go, but you keep getting surrounded by goons. And it's making locking onto you really difficult. What are you doing? I don't like that. So I don't like that. Stop it. Yeah, Kuwano with the drop kick.
Go, Talk.
Okay, so the guys were just gonna endlessly respawn until Soma.
Yagami!
Hey, look, save point. I'll take that, thank you.
Stick around, won't you? Behind you.
Why would you call out your attack? But here we go, here's Viper again. There we go. I'm like, can I have the seat action, please? Thank you. God, these games have such good music just constantly. Like the scare chords. The scare chords. It's like, how was like Scott Striker like describing it? It's like a Christmasly Halloween. Time for a pog. You're dead. Oh god, QTE. Oh, thank God it was just face buttons! If you don't do that one, he will get his health back. He'll get like this last bar of health back. And you have to do it again. And it just sucks. It's so bad. Because you have to succeed that QTE to win. And if you fuck it up, the game will keep you in a loop until you do. And it's like, let me just brute force it. Why did you make this decision? None of the other boss fights other than Watanabe's insta-kill will, like, require me to do it.
Time you open your eyes, you'll be alone without the darkness to protect you. Bondo too. He'll abandon you to your fate. To hell with evil being necessary for order. You'll rot in a cell for the rest of your miserable life.
All that's left to do is clean this shit up.
Yo, you might want to stay away from that. Pull it out any further, and it'll set off the bomb I planted.
What?
It could very well end up going off anyway. But that'll be up to me.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't keep track of how many times this guy has changed sides.
As long as Kawai's body exists.
Why is Higashi so relatable, dude?
So I'll make sure it's never found again. You guys might want to consider stepping out.
Kawana, you can't do it.
But I can. This was always going to be the backup plan anyway. If you guys hadn't made it down here, I would have blown up both the body and Soma all in one shot. But still, if Soma dies, I'll never get to the one pulling the strings. And Kusumoto-san will never be free of these goddamn shackles.
Kusumoto-san needs to turn herself in. If she keeps trying to hide from all this, she'll be haunted by her past wherever she goes. You'd rather she carry those sins for the rest of her life, and all by herself. Because after today, you won't be there to help anymore. You have to leave. You'll disappear. From here on out, you'll need to live deep in the shadows.
If she turns herself in, she'd never be able to see Mitsuru again. Her son is finally awake, after 13 years in a coma. Does tearing them apart sound like justice to you?
I want nothing more than for everyone involved to get a happy ending. But still, if I turn my back on it now, Sawa-sensei's sacrifice becomes a footnote. That won't work. She can't say her piece without a voice. So if I don't raise mine for her, what justice prevails?
Fine. I'll just push the button. Everyone in here can be blown to hell.
You really gonna do that?
If you guys don't back off, then I will. Do you know how many people I've killed through the years?
Nah. But if you
Wasn't it
were
like
really
7?
that kind of scum, we wouldn't have come down here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tak, you and Kuwana both have your reasons. Something to consider. But between the both of you, is there really a right answer?
How about the answer where murder is bad? god, the QTE, the timing on that QTE is so small. You fucking mind? We're gonna fight on this forklift. All right. He started off stunned still. Hey! Don't do that, sir. I don't appreciate that. Anyway, time to pog? Yagami, why aren't you running? Alright, fine, you can pog again. If that's what you want so bad. Whose Majima pog is that? All right, man. Swapping the tiger because that one's reversal does the most damage. Why are you allowed to do that, but I can't do that for you? Like, why? Why doesn't the heat action go off? Why am I just punching him in the back? Eat pallet! Fuck you!
Here we go.
Why isn't the shoulder button? Kawada! RGG, why did you put shoulder buttons into your QTEs? That's illegal! I can't believe those fights actually went smoother in the stream playthrough than it did in my own time playthrough. Because I fucked up both of those QTEs like a couple of times, and therefore had to redo their last health bar.
I don't want Kusumoto-san. She shouldn't have to keep suffering. The truth. We put too much value on it. All it does is crush us.
That's not true. It's because the truth was being hidden. That's what led to Sawa-sensei's death, isn't it? Set Kusamoto free. It's time for all this to end. I mean, you've gotta already know. When justice breaks, someone's always gonna find a way to redefine it to suit themselves. And from that point of view, everything you do feels justified. That's why you're able to look past the sacrifice and the damage you cause.
No. I didn't want this.
I get that. But who decides what's wrong? Who gets to decide what's right? That's not us. Come on. Sawa-sensei died because you made the choice for her, and you took her truth. Who does that really serve? Tell me who. Why would you want that? The truth is all we have. When the law can't be fair, the truth becomes our last ray of hope. So please, Sawa-sensei's truth, don't take that from her. Kusamoto-san.
Kitakata-sensei!
I couldn't protect you. I couldn't even protect your secret.
Please lift up your eyes. I saw that picture you posted of Kawai's dead face. I took a hard look. This was the man I killed. I saw the pain in his repulsive face. I saw the consequences of my actions. Sawa-san never should have been dragged into this. I saw how I betrayed and abandoned you too,
Kusamoto-san.
I've been frightened ever since. I was scared Mitsuru would find out the truth. I was worried he would discover his mother was a monster. And for you as well, Sensei. You carried it for me. You clung to such a dark secret. I made you do this for so long. I never should have gone through with it. And I won't let you bear the burden of my mistake anymore. That's why I've decided. I'm going to turn myself in. I have some bad news for you, Mitsuru. Your mother won't be coming home for a while. It's not work. But I feel I should warn you. I'm going to be placing a burden on your shoulders. I'm so sorry. Mitsuru?
Please don't worry, Mom. If anything, I should be the one worrying about you.
Huh?
I could tell something was bothering you. You've been hiding a problem for a while, haven't you? I'm sure it's been hard. Especially considering what a burden I've been.
No. That's not it at all.
Don't worry, Mom. I more or less already know. In fact, let me tell you, I was doing physical therapy earlier, and I managed to take a few steps. For the first time in 13 years.
That's wonderful.
It didn't feel like much, really. But still, you know what the doctor said? That if I keep at it, I'll be able to stand on my own 2 feet. And then I'll be able to walk again pretty soon. When that time comes, I'll be there for you. It'll finally be my turn to support you. So please don't worry about me, Mom. Don't let me hold you back. Go do whatever it is you have to do. I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry, Mitsuru. Thank you.
Enter. I don't recall having an appointment with any prosecutors today.
Are you familiar with Kazuki Soma of RK? Public Security's inside man. He infiltrated the Kamurocho underworld on assignment. As you're aware, he got caught up in some illicit activity. You knew this, yet somehow his actions stayed off the record.
Whatever you're talking about, I have no idea, son.
Just so you know, Soma's been arrested by Kanagawa police. The investigation is ongoing. He's the prime suspect in the murder of Yoko Sawa in her Yokohama home. It's our suspicion that he was acting on the orders he received from you, and that would make you complicit in her death. You wanted to manipulate Reiko Kusumoto, and so you stooped to blackmail.
Let me guess why you're here. You want to put all of this out in the open?
If it means exposing the truth, certainly.
Yeah, character development!
Burn down Japan? This is bigger than me. It could go all the way up the chain. People of power nationwide would be dragged into your scandal. And some of those people might even be the superiors cutting your paychecks.
Yep. But the bureaucracy isn't the monolith you think it is. The more political power you wield, the more enemies you have waiting in the shadows for the opportune moment to strike. We've met with them, and we have their full cooperation on this.
As a result, Soa-san's security footage has been recovered. It had mysteriously gone missing when the investigation was opened. Upon further review, Kazuki Soma is clearly visible in it. Who would have the authority to order that evidence to be locked away? That would be you, Bando-san.
For my part, I did the things I thought were necessary. I'm trying to maintain order. It's not hyperbole that I've saved us. My actions. So if you intend to drag me through the mud, I'll see you in court.
So we will. That said, we got this far because those detectives persevered. So I wouldn't expect the prosecution to drop the ball now.
We only got this far because those detectives persevered? Oh, yeah? Wouldn't have expected that from Takano. Much less about Yagami.
It's called character development.
But Mafuyu said she overheard it herself. He did really say it.
We will win over all the prosecution, one by one game at a time.
And Reiko Kusumoto for Shinya Kawai's death, too. Both of them are fully cooperating with the investigation.
Well, I suppose that ties everything up with a bow. Except for Kuwana.
Yes. Kuwana's still missing. He's the last of the loose ends.
So he is.
You think he's still out there? Would he risk his life to keep hunting down and killing bullies?
Well, I have my doubts about that. Yagami-san believes he can turn over a new leaf.
Some things never really change, do they? This place is still filthy.
We got rid of the murder closet. What more do you want?
For everyone.
That's all a matter of taste.
Oh, so hey, Tsukumo's hand is all better now.
You brought some snacks?
Yeah. We stopped at the convenience store around the corner on the way here.
Come on, Tak. It ought to be you treating the boys. Bring in some sushi to show them how generous you are.
Oh, should I now? Well, I'm already way ahead of you.
Yo! Did someone order some sushi? Only the best for you.
Hell yeah.
Courtesy of Yagami Detective Agency.
So?
Good shit, man. You are a true gentleman. Huh? Hey, what the fuck? There's avocado on this shit. Where the hell did you get this from?
Aniki, if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. In fact, that just leaves more for me.
Fine. Then I get your uni and salmon roll.
Hey, save me the tamago. Long as I got my egg, I'm good.
Who goes for the egg?
I'll leave Kawai's body with you. The cops can have him. But then I'm out. I gotta disappear for a while.
If Kaito tried to eat my dog, it would be on sight. How dare he?
Public security would have his head. They'd charge him with the one murder he didn't commit. Sawa-sensei wouldn't get the justice she deserves. And worse, they'd find a way to silence him.
Besides, you don't have any proof that I'm even guilty. Anything they could charge me for would never stick.
Just what are you getting at? You said yourself that you spent the last several years taking out bullies all over the country. That's gotta count for something.
I never left a single shred of evidence behind. So good luck. The cops and the prosecution would have nothing to go on. In a legal sense, all you guys can really do is stand there and watch me walk out of here. The law has never been very good about being flexible. The whole system is hollow. It can't judge who needs to be judged. It can't save who needs to be saved. I'll expose that. Every action I take serves that goal. As long as kids like Mitsuru continue to suffer out there, I'll do it for them. Even if it means I have to keep my hands dirty, I don't care. Goodbye.
You're right about one thing. The law is hollow. As it stands now, the system does fail people. All the same, the law evolves. We have to make it better. But it takes time, and the work is never done. That's why, as long as the law lets people fall through the cracks, I'm gonna be there. Except, I won't do it anything like you.
We're just gonna watch him shuffle the whole way?
We already know you're the one who snitched. You didn't think we'd find out.
Come on, don't you have anything to say? Huh? You owe us an answer, don't you?
I'm sorry. And there it is. I knew you were lying all along. You are a lying piece of shit, huh? What do you have to say for yourself?
You think your apologies are gonna cut it? You're in deep shit, girl, and that's not how this fucking works. So look over here real quick. Say, I'm a bitch and a liar for the camera.
Do it, or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Wow, isn't this gross? What are they doing to that poor girl?
3 against 1? That's so freaking weak.
Pretty fucked up to gang up on her like that.
Who said that?
Shit. Come on, move it.
You don't have to. You've got no reason to go with these guys.
What the hell?
Yeah, Coda!
Business, assholes!
Do you really think we're the ones being assholes?
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
You guys gotta learn when it's time to give it a rest.
Who the hell are you guys?
Hey, you three. You need to leave. And stay away from that girl.
Terrible kids. I'm so glad someone finally stood up for that young lady.
I know. Aren't those Serio High students?
Hey, let's just go. Come on.
And it comes full circle.
Are you okay? I'm sorry.
Hey, and welcome.
I'm sorry. Really. I just wish I had seen what was happening earlier. You'll be fine.
Can you imagine bullies actually changing their ways and becoming good? What a wild world this is.
So to our breaking news.
Oh my, I'm good.
After an anonymous report, the Tokyo Metropolitan
So sorry for this. I'll let Kaito eat all my unagi. No, I'm not sorry.
All 5 victims have evidently been deceased for several years. According to the anonymous tip, the common thread between these victims is that they were all at one time accused of malicious school bullying. The police are working quickly to
Even as I was saying, like, how dare Kaito eat my unagi, I was like, that's a euphemism, isn't it?
This first challenge will be to secure the cooperation of law enforcement across all of the prefectures involved.
Yeah, you keep it at the end of the game. Like, the end of the game. Oh, we did it though. Woohoo! So yeah, the finale takes like 3 hours. Good to know. God, that's actually a lot of voices on the English side that I recognize. Good God. Yeah, the boys are all drinking beer and eating sushi, because job well done. But, can I tell what? Oh, what are they doing? Oh, right, they're like counting the pieces because apparently there's not enough for everyone. But yeah, that's Lost Judgment. It's a really good game. Its gameplay and like side stuff I think are way better than the original Judgment, excluding the QTE bullshit. But you've heard me complain about the QTE bullshit constantly. Well, the story definitely has better pacing, especially since I've recently replayed OG Judgment to like be like, okay, yeah, no, OG Judgment like slows down like a lot. I do still kind of think the first game had a better plot. I mean, not to say that this game's plot is bad. I just personally liked the first game's plot better. I just wish it had better pacing. With the school stuff, it's like 2 games in 1. It really is. Like, this is going to be part 14, which makes it tied with Yakuza 0 for, my longest playthrough on stream. And that's not even counting the Kaito files, which is going to push this over to at least 16, if not more. Cat! Cat! Kato! Look at the cat! Look at the baby! teeth in his big butt. It's his turn. Look at Sugiura holding the baby. Nope, nope, oh, nope, 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 can't do that. Can't listen to that, that's copyright. Which is a shame because, again, it's such a good song. Yeah, Tsukumo gets a piece. Gosh, he's so depressed that he keeps losing rock, paper, scissors. The poor man. Oh boy, they get to have their big ol' Kaito versus Higashi, let's go. I think I remember how this goes, but I also am not certain. They're getting so pumped. Children. They're actual children. Look at them go. This is for all the beans in the sushi. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high. Haha, that's what I thought. I was like, doesn't the cat win? In my head. Like, as soon as the cat showed up, I was like, the cat's the winner, isn't it? And yes, it is. Also, given how it was red, I guess that was a tuna piece? It was hard to tell, but I guess they were fighting over a tuna. Can I unmute? No. Listen, I don't know how long the song is. I'm surprised Higashi wasn't like, you can have mine, Aniki. No, he also wanted the tuna. Listen. It's a good piece. Yeah, cat gonna eat all the sushi. Nope, just the tuna and gonna run away. But yeah, real good game. I don't know how to rank it against the first one because, again, like, the combat and the side stuff is so much better than the first game. It has a better pacing than the first game. And yet, I like the first game's plot a little bit more. And so, like, I don't know how to, like, rate that. And now they're just letting the cat have the sushi. It's just, like, licking it. All these pieces are ruined. Nope. Sushi belongs to the cat now. Not allowed. God damn, that's a lot. Yeah, I didn't do all the side cases because I didn't want to do the girlfriend stuff. It's fine. Woo! Cheesy has come over to make biscuits. Hell yeah! Kaito got buns, not the fish. Nope. Not for him. Not at all. But yeah, I'm gonna very quickly... This isn't gonna impact stream at all. This is literally just for the YouTube recording. Gonna stop the recording here. for Lost Judgment, and then I'm going to start it up again immediately after for Kaito Files. The first story-based DLC for RGG, and it's actually pretty good. So yeah, see you in a hot second, YouTube.